Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Happy, oh, God, what day is it? Tuesday. Every day of the week just kind of blends together at this point, you know? Living that Groundhog's Day situation. Alright, let's get the music pulled down and switched on over. Bass. At all. So, the plan for today is going to be continue chipping away at Soul Reaver. We, started it yesterday, made some pretty steady progress, I think. We had a real weird bug happen where I think I opened a door when another animation was playing, and I ended up going through the door before the animation finished, and it caused the room not to load properly. So there were no textures in that room, but like there were still the enemies present blowing fire, which was weird. We beat a boss, we got the ability to travel through braided walls as spirit form, and then we found Kain and got our asses thoroughly handed to us for an hour, and decided, maybe later. And we are currently at later. Time to get bullied by Kain again, pretty much. How you doing, Jose? Well. I think the pie room is where we want to be. On one hand, I know that this game is pushing the ps1 to, like, its hardware limitations with the, no strict loading zones and, like, these big open areas and free movement, all that fun stuff. But, like, I would love a way that I could move a little bit faster. I'm sure this problem doesn't exist very much in the PC port, or I think people are saying that the Dreamcast version is the one that has the HD mod. Leads me to think that maybe the Dreamcast version is a little bit more optimized. It is kind of funny that every single PS1 port of a game is the worst possible port. Ah, beans. I was reading chat. You can go slightly faster by jumping, but not much. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that big of a difference in movement speed. Like, in Tomb Raider, if you're just chaining jumps together, you move so friggin' fast. I'm just gonna fall on every water pit because I don't remember the layout of these maps. Sorry, we're just refamiliarizing ourselves with these controls. Once we get to Kain, we're gonna get him first try. He's not even gonna send me to spirit mode. I'm not coping, you're coping. Oh damn, the spears that have been knocked down remain. That's pretty cool. Those are written in memory for some reason. That definitely feels like one of the things that once this room gets deloaded, they would just reset, but nope. I gotta say, pretty cool. You can do it. Thanks, Captain. Oh, right. I just... I say no to you. You know, I can't do a lot, but boy oh boy can I remember a map in a game. Alrighty, folks. Let's settle this like men.
My wayward son returns.
Yep, I'm gonna keep coming back until I get you. And then you're gonna give me the ability to climb walls, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm getting shocked. Remember how I said he's not going to shock me a single time? Well, here we are. Was that it? Did I stroll for a fucking hour on that?
The blade is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
Hey.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the...
Y'all just sat there and watched me cycle just over and over again on that boss.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Reaver of Souls, your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated...
I feel like I should apologize.
...prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
It was unfortunate that yesterday, the third round, he was always the farthest spot away from the Eternal Portal. Yeah, like, I feel like if you get shocked in round 3, there's no real way to get around
come to taunt this bound spectre.
him being the farthest spot away from the portal. Like, you're just screwed at that point. You gotta just reset.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline.
Yeah, we talking
no,
bones?
Child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Oh, come on. Why the alert's got to be broken? Hold up.
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Hold up. I got you here.
Corrupted to its core,
Stream
stands
manager.
as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
Channel points, bone in, send
Then we
alert.
share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need.
There we
Ariel
go.
remembers what others have forgotten.
The bones are here, and they are here to stay. Jose, thank you for bringing the skeleton back. It is greatly appreciated.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
Yo, we talking bugs? We got bugs? Can I climb walls now? Maybe I have to be in the physical realm. Made you miss a bit of dialogue and story? Nah, it's fine. Mountains to the east, parasites. Alright. Unfortunately, my lightning hand does not seem to give me the ability to climb walls. Oh, wow. Okay. I am still eating. I just only have one hand now. Someone want to hit me with the cliff notes of what I was supposed to be listening to there. In a typical fashion, I should have been paying attention to what's happening around me, but instead I'm focusing on bones. You know, it's kind of funny. When you go into Spirit Realm, the stamina upgrades, whatever you want to call them, go from yellow to green. When you go into the Spirit Realm, your blue lightning hand also goes green. I think Spirit Realm might just turn everything green. I don't think there's anything left to do besides go back to that room that was locked. Although I did seem to be able to unlock a door with this laser hand. Can't unlock that door. So there is a distinct possibility that there are locked doors elsewhere in the world that I can use. My new hand unlock. Hairless from Blood Omen, she was the pillar of balance. She was killed in the plot to destroy the pillar. Kain was the replacement of the palace guard. Oh,
Your brother Zephon's keep lies far to the east, beyond the ruins that greeted your first exit from the underworld. He and his brood have cocooned themselves in a derelict cathedral, having murdered its human guardians.
okay, maybe I can use my Zappy hand to unlock the thing that I thought was a pirate ship. Came as a replacement for the Balance Guardian at the end of the game. Chose not to sacrifice himself to restore the pillar. Instead, he built his empire. Give expression. Okay. So, Kain's a dick, and we need to kill him in order to do what he was supposed to do in the first place. Got it. Kain's out here being a liar and a coward. Would you guys say Blood Omen is worth a play? I know we were talking about it yesterday with it being a bit jankier, but has some fun lore. Like, if the vibes are anything like in this game, like, absolutely immaculate, I'm into it. I'd be feeling it. So yeah, this door looks like it's just as... Well, actually, you know what? There's a iconography of the sword that Kain was using, so... Solid hunch, I think I'm on the right path here. Let's give her a try. Also, like, the game tells you, go to the east, far to the east, over in the east. There isn't a compass in this game. How am I supposed to determine which direction east is? How you doing in there, bud? You waiting for me? I wonder if this lightning sword that I have in my hand is going to allow me to do finishers on enemies without having to carry anything. Let's test it. I saw a little dude over here. Oh yeah, it is. Hell yeah. Alright, we're cooking. We're cooking. Water pit. May as well explore it. There could be anything down here. There could even be more water. Recommended if you like the story and want to see where it started. They give you cliff notes throughout the series. It's not required, but it does give a lot of insight into Kain's character and details. All rolling. Okay. You guys see that? Yeah, there's a dude up there. Yeah, what you doing over there, little buddy? You use the abyss as a reference as to what direction. Seems like a lot. I wish to get uppies. How would I go about doing that? Oh, that wall's just higher in the spirit realm. Got it. Bye-bye. Oh. Hold your horses, please. Oh, it's like sword beams in Zelda. Okay. So I only get my electric hand when I'm at full health. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if it goes away with time as I'm chilling in the physical realm. Because I slowly lose health when I'm just standing around in the real world. Is this Bug Boy? Ooh, it's like a little village. Probably the derelict church that they were talking about. Remember how I was complaining yesterday that the areas need some more diversity? I think we're getting that diversity now. I don't have a way to kill you. I will be back later, bub. Just a nothing church. Don't think I'm going to be able to hop all the way up there. Maybe, though, actually. Hold up. It's, yeah, no, that's not happening. We got something up there. Is this the spear that I need to actually start damaging the enemies down here? Looks like it. Oh no. Oh no. I can go into that building. Or I can just keep maximizing my uppies. It's always tough when I'm put in a situation like this. We'll start by going down. Going down is always the answer. You're not taking notes, you should be. Can I hold a spear while I'm at full health? That's another good question. Don't. Ah, gravity. Alright, you're fine. Don't remember if Ariel or the Elder God told you after that. Soul Reaver sustains Raziel in the Ethereal Realm. Rise Raziel. Okay. So if I'm at full health, I continue to be at full health. But the second I lose any of my health, that's when I start bleeding. I get you, I get you. Seems to be another climbing situation. Right, you're invincible until you get hit. Alright, I think the answer is just don't get hit then. Seems like an easy task. Just don't. know, besides like the typical IDOS jank, this game does control really well. Like, I was just able to make it up that staircase, or less staircase, more that platforming challenge with little to no struggle, and it felt good to do. Unlike Tomb Raider. Man, I hated Tomb Raider. What you got there, buddy? Is that a sack of dude? I missed. Yeah, I believe this to be one sack of man. I'm sorry for your loss. Wow. What is a man? A miserable little sack of secrets. Enough talk, have at you.
Once a testament to mankind's defiance of Kain's empire, this towering cathedral now stood derelict. The humans who worshipped here, dead for centuries. Its architects conceived this tower as a holy weapon against the vampire menace.
You telling me that guy in that other room has been dead for centuries?
The cathedral
Man still had skin on his bones.
Tuned to blast a deadly hymn, now stood silent, and these vacant spaces whistled their impotence.
That's probably the death pit, right? Oh no, there's ground down there. Well, time to jump in the pit. Alright, nothing fun. They're still humans, you've killed a few. I'm assuming you mean like the RoboCop guy that I saw earlier. Basically any of the weird individuals who I didn't have to suck their souls up. Like, immediately. Okay, so this is going to be the area where I get climbing. Means we're one pip away from getting our stamina increased. Sometimes the enemies take like 3 or 4 hits to kill. Other times I just smack this man once in the left hand and he's donezo. He was hit in the hand so hard he died. Oh, this looped us back around. Ah, did I drop down that platform? Okay. Oh, he's back. Well, it's time for uppies again. My uppies have been denied. Yeah, you know, I don't mind the platforming in this game. I think the puzzles have definitely been the most interesting part, even with them being extremely simplistic block pushing puzzles. Like, exploring these dungeons and doing these adventures has been extremely fun. Can I grab this? And alright, y'all, which spear do you want to see? I'm leaning toward the one that looks like a splayed rib cage. Yeah, I think that's what we're going with. You know, Jose redeemed to bring the bones back. We're going the bone zone. Ribcage spear for sure, my man. Yeah, this alcove looks deeper, but there's nothing really in here. I don't think it's just that I'm blind. Hmm. So I definitely need to find a way to open this grate, I would assume. And that's going to be the next level of progression. Like, I'm just going to keep unlocking things and getting lower and lower. Oh. Well, we're going spirit mode. I'm sure there's some interesting things in the actual temple itself when I'm in spirit mode. Can I travel through here? If I do a crouch? Oh, they won't let me? Okay. Alright, let's go for another loop. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna hop up and brush my, or not brush my teeth, blow my nose real quick. I can leave it with the tunes here. All right, be back in just a second. All this nose of mine does is produce snot. Not a damn other thing. Not a single benefit has been found for having a nose. Keep forgetting that going into spirit mode might change, like, the physical layout of dungeons. Oh, can I not grab onto ledges in I'm Spirit? Weird, okay. I guess let's, yeah, like this. Locate one of these bad boys. Alright, I think first order of business is going to be going into the spirit realm as soon as we enter the church. Yeah, we're just gonna shift here. Don't talk to me. I'm shifting into soup mode. And I was talking with Alex last night, and I feel like the large majority of our conversations over the past, like, year have just been me raving about how much I love soup. And I think that's grounds for a healthy relationship. She shows me affection, I talk about soup. Man, I love soup. Alright, I assume something in this room has changed. Probably in that little alcove. Nope, that little alcove is just a turn back to human portal. Huh. Okay. Can I climb one of those pipes, maybe? Yes, I can. Okay. That was what I was missing. I did not realize I could scale this. Oh, no. This is gonna be an adventure. Remember how, like, 10 minutes ago I was saying that I don't mind the platforming in this game? Well, I might eat my words here. I feel like the game's gonna hit me with the classic Lamau you thought. Well, I obviously want to pull the lever first. This is clearly the first order of business. Elevator of some sort? Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever! That movie exists in such a weird part of my brain. It was one of the, Ooh, okay. Alright, we're rolling blocks in order to make these murals be completed. Yeah, that movie exists in a part of my brain that is just it was the only movie that one of my mom's friends had, so whenever we would go hang out with her, she would just let me get on her computer and play on CartoonNetwork.com. And there would just always be The Emperor's New Groove on the TV. Oh no. How am I gonna damage these guys now? That might pose a little bit of a problem. Alright, here's my thought. I deal enough damage that they both get stunned. This guy does not want to go down. Oh boy. Alright, this stun theory might not have any legs. Alright, we're just gonna... We're gonna do a little shift, refill, and then go again. Emperor's New Groove was great. Hard to believe that was Disney, right? Alright, one more time. When I was in college, there were little whiteboards attached to the walls outside of every dorm room at the residency hall that I was staying in. And one person put a Kronk meme, like he drew the Kronk meme in dry erase marker on his board. And it was a drawing of a lock screen of somebody's phone that was, the battery was at 70% and the time was at 4:19. The Kronk face was given like the most shit-eating grin with the caption, waiting for things to line up perfectly. And every time that I would walk past that sign, I would always erase the caption, just write the word "come" in. He ended up getting just unbelievably upset at this and just erasing the whole board and replacing it with a note that says you aren't allowed good things anymore. Damn it. Yo, the double? I'm sick with it? I very well may be cracked as I am jacked. Okay. Are both sides of this cube? No, both sides are not. Same. You also thought Kronk's New Groove was good, even though a lot of people dislike that movie. I've never seen it. Actually, okay, I need to, before I try to figure out what position this needs to be in, when I roll it up, is the bottom side going to be the one that's on the outside? Yes. Oh, shoot. How do I get that out now? I didn't think this one through. Well, crud. If I shift into spirit mode, does the block reset? No. Can't even, like, exit this area and then reload it that way. Because the game doesn't have loading zones. Alright, let's see if... Oh, wait, I need to go back to human mode in order to do that. Let's see if going through the door and then coming back will fix it. Ooh, or there's another door on the other side here. Let's see if quite possibly this door will connect to, like, the opposite side of the portrait that I can then shove the block out. Oh, good, we have spears in here. See, you give me a spear and I have no trouble. It's easy as that. You okay there, buddy? Did they catch you by surprise? Oh, there are cocoons all over the walls. Neat. You know, the voice in the sky did tell me that there was going to be an infestation in this area. Sleeping in silk sheets, he's a fancy lad. He's just a little guy. He's taking a snooze. Alright, we'll come back to you later. I stand on top of this? Ooh, I can. Okay. What did that do? Let's go back now and see if that did anything in this room over here. Nope, didn't change a thing. Okay. Ah. How rude of you. Let's go for it. We're gonna chuck the body at the lever. Oh, come on. There we go. Well, didn't exactly do what I wanted. He really is just tossing it as soon as he picks him up. That angle looks good. Not seeming like that's what's happening. All right. We have an ad coming up here in just a moment. I'm going to put you guys on the BRB screen and play some tunes while that ad rolls. Thanks everyone for being here. We'll be back in just a moment. See you on the other side. Alrighty, we're back. Thanks everyone for sticking around through the break. I appreciate it. Let's get back to it. Boop. Alrighty. So, like, he sticks to the wall a little bit, which kind of leads me to believe that maybe this is the answer. Just gotta actually get it lined up well. Maybe I have to be standing where this, where the dude is. Yeah, that's too close. I'm throwing it too high when I'm right there. Are there torches anywhere in this room? See if we can knock down one of these cocoons on the walls. No, that doesn't seem like it. Hey, bud. How you doing today? It's good to see you. Hope you're well. Lurking while doing stuff? Hell yeah, that's how you do it. That's the good stuff. I'll tell you what. Okay, that angle felt perfect. Starting to think this isn't the answer. Let's play around with the spirit a little bit. Nom 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 nom. Alright, readying the spear was not the answer. Is there anything here in spirit mode? Oh, besides a frog demon? Can I absorb Mr. Cocoon? Nope. Alright, we'll come back to you later then. Let's see if enough time has passed that the block puzzle has reset. You know, I probably should have figured that the body throwing strategy wasn't going to work since the lever was in its down position and I needed to get it up, you know? Anyone else struggle with getting it up? You know, you hit a certain age and it just stops being feasible. Hope that block is still firmly in there. Yeah, being 40 plus is a bitch, not gonna lie. Your hair falls out. It stops working. Soup's too hot. Music's too loud. Oop. You lost your hair at 23, so you got that going for you. There's nothing wrong with being bald. There's no shame in being bald or going gray. Man, I went on a family vacation earlier in the year where we went down and visited my mom's mom. And, like, she's a relatively old lady, you know, in her late 70s, early 80s. But she, we were at the zoo, and we're waiting for everyone to, you know, finish their lunch and everything so we can start wandering around, looking at animals, all the fun stuff. She walks up behind me and grabs all of my hair in both of her hands and just starts pulling it in either direction and then just starts screaming, "You're going gray! You're going gray!" Like, Grandma, first off, I'm not going gray. Second off, please don't be doing this. That's very painful. There we go. Okay, this should get the block into position. You have built-in weather senses. You're the first to know if it's raining. You feel it in your knee. Okay, that should get perfect. Perfect. No, in your head? Interesting. That's not one you hear very often. Because you're bald? Ah, the dome is, it's pulling in all of those radio signals from the weather stations. Have you guys ever seen the game Devil Dice? It's a ps1 puzzle game that I think might be one of my favorite puzzle games that nobody has ever played. The single player mode isn't the best, but multiplayer is so freaking fantastic. Are you gonna drop a platform or something? Well, would you look at that? Okay. Like, so essentially what the game is you have a grid of, I don't know how many spaces, it's probably like a 5x5, maybe a 6x6, I don't know. But, in this grid, there are various dice that pop up throughout it. You play as a little guy that is standing on top of said dice. And you run over them and on the various sides, and it flips the dice over. Your goal is to match up multiples of the same number. So, like, once you get 4 dice with the number 4 to appear, those dice sink into the ground and you get the point for the number 4. So it would follow that once you get 6 of the dice 6, that would sink in as well. The match is over when, depending on how you have the setting set up, you get a certain number of those points. Now you might think, well, if you're only going for like 3 points, you should rush numbers 1, 2, and 3. Not exactly. If your opponent gets one of the numbers that you already have, instead of you having the point or them having the point, it just clears the point off of your side of the board. And you're both playing on the same board itself. So like, let's say that you spend a ridiculous amount of time setting up 5 6s in a row. Your opponent can just really quickly rush in and steal that 6th 6. There we go. It's a really fun, wild puzzle game, and I'm excited for when Fightcade finally adds the ps1 emulator to its roster. Because you better believe I'm gonna be playing that. All right, we got some steam here. I see ya. Sounds fun, the dice game. It's very fun. If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend checking it out, especially if you have somebody close to you that's also a puzzle sicko. I'm fortunate enough to have somebody like Morgan as a friend who is just also brain broken and willing to play really dumb puzzle games. Like, she humored me through my whole magical drop phase. Let me tell you, if you haven't played Magical Drop 3, that game has a PS1 port, which the PS1 port isn't the best. I would definitely recommend checking out the Neo Geo arcade version, but it's so good. It scratches a very similar itch to what Tetris Attack does. That being a fast-paced, high-execution puzzle game. Is that a bell? Dinner time. Bring in the cows. Alright, that's a jumping off point. But yeah, the thing that sets Magical Drop apart from other puzzle games is the quota system. Which by that, there is a pseudo timer in the center of the screen when you play that is based on the number of objects that you pop. So let's take, for example, something like Panel de Pawn or Tetris, where garbage is divvied out and can easily be... Are you a person? Are you a human? Damn, we killed another human. So yeah, garbage can easily be managed to the point where, with high-skilled players, it's essentially just like a 20-minute volley between players until one person makes a single mistake and then the game's over. With the quota system, matches won't last more than like a minute and a half at best. I should probably go in there instead of exploring. So like, highly skilled players will have extremely close games that don't last a stupid amount of time. Granted, that does mean if there is a skill difference, the more skilled player is just going to absolutely wipe the floor with the newer individual. Oh, Didn't mean to throw it. Yeah, 99 modern Tetris. Yeah, anything that has the modern SRS is really a point where it's just whichever player makes the first mistake. You know, I say that, but max outs in classic Tetris are kind of that way as well. Also, hello and welcome. I've played a lot of competitive puzzle games in my life. Super rotation system, so you know Tetris? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I played a stupid amount of competitive Tetris when I was in college, even getting as far as getting a Grandmaster in TGM1. Come on. There's the flip. Ever watch something with Nest Tetris? The community on Twitch is pretty big. I stopped watching Nest Tetris around the second time that Joseph got world champion. The hyper tapping and rolling just got to be too much for me. I was into it when DAS players were where it was at. Oh shit, right, I have to absorb the soul before I can pick my weapon up again. I don't know, I think it's just the community got too young and it just wasn't really relatable anymore. It's like, how old was Dog when he won his champion? He was like 11, wasn't he? You've never been good at Tetris, sadly. So let me take you on a story through my Tetris journey. I used to be so freaking bad at Tetris. Like, it was one of those games that we had on the Game Boy when I was growing up. So like on road trips and things, we would have Tetris with us, and I was so bad at it. But my mom was amazing, and I never understood the game well enough to like really get why it was fun or what was good about it. I was like, this game sucks, my mom's better than me and terrible. And then the summer of my freshman year of college, I don't have this block rotated correctly. The summer of my freshman year of college. 2 more this direction should do it. I was working in a plant bioscience lab on campus. I was working like 16 hours a day, barely making rent, just having an absolute terrible fucking time. Easily the worst point in my life was working in that lab over that summer. And there was one day that I'm scrolling through the eShop on my Switch, and I end up seeing that Puyo Puyo Tetris is on sale. And I'm like, I've got the store credit, I may as well just like check it out. I know my mom really likes Tetris. So I download the game, and then like pretty much every night after I got off of work, when I was too dead tired to do literally anything, I would just lay in bed and dissociate playing a little bit of Tetris, and then a little bit more the next day, and a little bit more. And I did that for like 3 months, and then it just started clicking. The whole game just, it made sense. I had my Matrix moment. I saw into the code. And then it was all downhill from there. So what did that... Where were those lights that just broke? Tetris was a very big part of my college experience. I was actually just talking to a friend last night who I hadn't talked to since a year before graduation. And she was saying, like, man, some of the best times I had in college were just hanging out with you until 3 in the morning, just playing Tetris and talking shit. Like, man, that was a great time. It was a horrible time mentally, but like, looking back on it, man, those were the days. Would I go back? Absolutely not. Ooh. This guy's got the knives. Give me your soul, please. Nom 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 nom. You know, on the plus side, I get to keep my Soul Reaver even when I'm in spirit mode. Alright, that's all the froggy demons. Nom 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 nom. Oh boy, more blocks. Where's the man portal? There it is. Yeah, but if you like puzzle games, you should definitely check out Magical Drop and Devil Dice, for that matter. Magical Drop actually has a pretty robust online community that plays on Fightcade and everything. Devil Dice, not so much. Like, I've played in a couple of Magical Drop tournaments. April of last year, I was in a Fool-only tournament for April Fools. Which, like, a thing about Magical Drop is the characters actually matter. It's not like Puyo Puyo Tetris, where the characters are just for aesthetics. They have different drop tables and everything. Okay, okay. I just tap, do I? Okay, I shove if I tap. That's good information, I think. Okay, I can't shove in that direction, it would seem. Weird. Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, that might crush me. Oh, never mind, I can just shove it. Easy peasy. Yeah, I took like a... I don't remember, I think it was 8th place in that Fool-only tournament. Which was pretty cool for being my, my first foray into competitive Magical Drop. Oh, this has 3 spaces, so this needs to go in that slot. My bad. That get it where I need it? No, but flipping it this way will. Nope. Block puzzles, yay. Just leave me alone for a second, buddy. Doing a puzzle. Leave me alone. My man. I had one simple request. Alright, let's lay some pipe. It's pipe time. Just pushing some blocks. Hold up, is this... No, this one isn't already in position, right? No, I've gotta... Hold up, is it? It totally is, let's go. I don't even need to think. Block puzzles and vampires go hand in hand. You gotta do something when you're undead, right? Okay, so each block puzzle is just gonna break one of the 4 domes. Well, we have verification that we need to at least do one more, or we at least need to do 2 more of these block puzzles. Also, speaking of puzzles, the Desert Bus is coming up real soon. We're rounding out the end of the year here, which, for those of you unaware, every New Year's for like, this is the 4th year of Desert Bus, which is kind of bonkers. Every year for New Year's, I get a bunch of friends together and we do a playthrough of Desert Bus, which, if you don't know, is the worst game you could ever imagine. You drive a bus down a straight road for 8 hours, and I don't mean like 8 in-game hours. It's 8 real hours. So starting at 4 p.m. until midnight, we drive this bus through the desert, and it's an absolute miserable experience for everyone involved. But like, we relegate hours to different individuals so that they can make little events for people to play, and just small games and things like that for trying to kill the time. For my event this year, I made an extremely large and convoluted puzzle for everyone to solve. And it is going to be such a nightmare for all. And I am ready for it. Let's hold up. Let's real quickly click on my... Okay, it doesn't look like Alex or Morgan are here. The puzzle is a bunch of in-jokes that we have as friends, where the hints have been put through Google Translator like a million times, so the clues themselves don't really mean anything. And then I made a list of all of the clues and gave even more confusing hints about them. So like, you're gonna struggle to figure out just the original clue, and then you're gonna get a very confusing hint to back. Okay, I'm guessing this is tied to a timer. It's gonna be so much fun. I love Desert Bus. Truck Simulator done worse? So much worse. But worse on purpose. So the story behind Desert Bus is, it's made by the magicians Penn and Teller. There was this controversy with a congresswoman who said that video games were making kids more violent. You know, that classic old argument. But her whole grounds were they're blurring the lines between reality and fantasy, and Penn and Teller were like, yeah, of course video games aren't going to be realistic. The real world sucks. Nobody would want to play a game if it was realistic. So in order to drive that point home, they made the most realistic thing you could, which was just doing extremely boring bus rides. Damn, that shuts immediately. Okay. So you've got this 8-hour bus ride through the desert where the bus like very lazily lists to the left. And if you drive off the road, your engine will overheat and you'll have to be towed back to the beginning in real time. So let's say that you went riding on your bus for 7 hours and 59 minutes. You were 1 minute away from hitting Las Vegas and you overheated your bus. You would be towed back to the start, which would take another 7 hours and 59 minutes. I very fortunately have only crashed the bus a single time, which, funny enough, was the first year of Desert Bus. There's an original Sega Saturn version, and then an HD remaster on Steam, which the HD remaster is what we play now. our first year we did it on the Sega Saturn version. I was playing on an emulator. I crashed the bus and then really quickly did so much math in my head with speeding up the emulator to get to exactly where I needed to be with the amount of time that I put in so that we would still make it to Vegas at midnight, so like right as soon as New Year's hit. So like those last 3 hours of driving the bus, I just had this fear in my soul of I've timed things wrong, I did my math incorrectly, the bus isn't going to get there in time. The countdown to New Year's started. We're just sitting there like 5, 4, 3, 2, 0 hits, and like we don't get the transition into Vegas. So I bury my face in my hands, and I'm just like, oh no, I messed up. And then like as soon as my hands hit my face, the shift happened. And it was the most exciting moment of the entire year. We were literally 1 second into the year, and I was already more excited than I was for the rest of the year. Yeah, that closes instantly. Okay. Okay, so there's got to be a door somewhere that I haven't found. We've already done those two. I'm imagining it has something to do with that little open space, right? Like this little open platform. Probably connects, doesn't it? I initially thought that was just a faster way of getting over here to the door that you open with the lever. This door. There's a bell. So those are the two things I don't understand. How do I get into the hieroglyph room, and what's the deal with what the dog do? Boop. See a pot here. Destroying the pot was not the answer. You gotta be a lot faster than that. Alright, Snake Man, keep your secrets. Curiouser and curiouser. Hey, Enzamon. How you doing, man? Good to see ya. Hope you're well. Maybe I missed something in this room. Let's go back and explore both of the block puzzle rooms and see if I missed something in there. Oh, wait, hold up. I have an idea. I once again have been neglecting the fact that I can go into spirit mode. And I'm thinking since that little window exists that allows me to fly without having to interact with the door, I think the solution is going to be spin the lever, go into spirit mode, and then fly down. Maybe being in spirit mode will... I think being in spirit mode freezes everything in time, because like when you're holding the spear and you go in spirit mode, it just floats there in the air. Let's do a rotate. Quickly shift into soup mode. Soup. Oh. Hey, this window isn't a window in the spirit realm. That poses a little bit of a problem, doesn't it? Alright, I can't smack that. Oh dang, he's gaming. Hey Morgan. How you doing, bud? How's the trolls progress coming? So this glass has 2 bells on it. Maybe we have to do something with the bells? I was expecting to just be able to fly out from here, but it's just oops all concrete. And yeah, I can't interact. Can I walk through glass? Nope. Glass is impervious to the power of ghost. Gonna try to do episodes 11 through 13 this morning, then do some other stuff? Hell yeah. You're doing it. It's killing you, but you're doing it. I'll tell you, I'm a little confused. Maybe let's try going spirit mode down at the other door and see if that has anything interesting. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'm shifting into soup mode. Alright, door's still shut. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Here's my next thought. Let's see if we can spin the lever, fly down to this area, and then shift, and see if the door's still open after that. Trolls will kill you, but at least you tried making long-form videos. See, I think the problem is that you gave yourself a very strict deadline. You're very much rushing the creative process, which is a lot to ask of a person. 1 second, y'all. I'll be back in a moment. Hey, sorry to do this again, guys. Something just came up, and I gotta call stream early. We're gonna send you on down to Kami. I appreciate y'all being here. I don't know if we're gonna be back on tomorrow, so if you're not already following, pop a follow so you can know when I'm live next. Until then, I'll be seeing you guys around. Once again, sorry for cutting so early. Go give Kami some love. Peace out.